Dave, a nice way to end the season.
Yeah, it was. I thought that we started the game fast, and when you get an early goal, it makes life a lot easier. And I thought the start of the second half, we really put some pressure on them. We're unlucky not to get a second and third, and as the game went on, we were just desperate not to concede and finish with 3 points, because I thought that was important going into the break.
Yeah, I mean, you got off to a great start today, and you kind of looked comfortable throughout large parts of that game.
Yeah, I don't think we ever looked like we were going to concede. I felt like our shape was very good and the game plan was good. It was great to have Jordan Graham back. When you see what he brings to the team, like Helder Costa, it makes us a completely different outfit, and having him holding his width and just getting him the ball and him delivering dangerous crosses and getting the crowd off their seats, it was massive today for us. And I think the impact he brought to us made us a lot more comfortable, and I thought it was a good solid team performance in the end.
Probably could have had more than the one goal.
Yeah, like I said, the start of the second half we really put some pressure on, and Sylvia had a really good shot and Brighty had a couple of chances, and Noor had a one-on-one as well. So they're the sort of things that going into next season hopefully we can capitalise on and go and see games out a little bit easier. But as the game went on, it's obviously the end of the season and the tempo went a little bit, but I'm happy with the way the lads played.
Frustrating campaign for large parts of it, highs and lows as a lot of seasons do have, but important to end in that way after what's gone on before it.
It is, and I think you look at the last 10-11 games, I think we're showing playoff form in those final games. It might not seem like it, and when you actually put the numbers down on paper, that's the reality of it, and we've got to carry that into next year. I thought that we've been on another roller coaster as we always seem to do, but there's been some unbelievable highs this year, and then there's been some real drab games as well where we haven't performed. So like always, the championship is all about consistency, and that's what we've got to put right next year, because to be in with a challenge, you can't go and lose more than 2-3 games on the bounce, and you've always got to be picking up points, and that's why we've let ourselves down this year.
From a personal point of view, a couple of landmarks for you this year. 10 goals for the first time in a season in your career. You got to 300 matches at Leeds a couple of weeks back, and we've been counting down those games one by one for the last couple of weeks to 500 in your career, including internationals. That's an amazing achievement.
Yeah, it is, and it's something the last few weeks I've been just desperate to stay in the team, and even going into the meeting before the game today, I was just desperate to play a part in the game, whether it be starting or on the bench. I was delighted to get the nod to start, because I knew it's always going to be nice for me this year to make the 500, and so it's been in the back of my mind, and I'm glad I've done it, because never in my wildest dreams would I have pictured myself playing this many professional games. From my first appearance as sub for Shrewsbury, the season we got relegated on the last game of the season would have been 14 years ago now. It's something, as I said, I could never have dreamed on. It's so many games, and even putting the injuries in the middle part of my career into it as well, I'm sort of averaging 30 plus games a year, which I think is good, and I feel like my body's really in a good place at the moment. I've sort of played the most games since the year we got promoted to the Premier League, and that's a testament to the guys off the pitch as well. But so I'm really happy with where I'm at the moment. I say 500 is an amazing thing. It's something that I can tell my grandkids and things like that when I'm an old man down the pub.
And listen, you're well away, you know that sometimes you divide opinion amongst certain supporters, but there was a lovely moment at the end where you managed to grab hold of the microphone, or you got the microphone shoved in your face, as you often do. But the reception from the fans, especially when you said about how much it's meant to you to play the 300 odd games for this club, that's a nice moment. It
was, and like you said, I know that I split opinion, but at the same time I genuinely believe all the ones who aren't on my side, if you like, are the ones who don't think I'm a good enough player and things like that. I still know that they know I give everything to the club, and I really do think they will appreciate that. And everyone's got their opinions, and say I very much split it, but I'd like to think that every Wolves fan knows that I'll always put the club first, I'll always put the team first. I never put myself before anything, and I try and make absolute utmost to perform every single week, and I'm desperate more than anyone for this club to do well. And as you said, it's a real privilege to be a part of it as well. And say over 300 games, it's something I'd have never dreamt of. So incredible achievement. And hopefully next year will be our year. Yes, hopefully. I've been saying all year I think that the building blocks are in place to really go and make a push of it. but what we need is a bit of consistency, and that's off the field, on the field, everything. And I think that we'll get that. It's obvious that we need additions to the squad, and we probably need to lose quite a few players as well. We need to trim the squad down and have a really compact unit, and I say we definitely need a few more players as well, which I'm sure the board and the manager will go and get, and then we start the season well, and then hopefully it just carries on from there and you get a bit of momentum.